Are Jeff and Reggie up to no good for this year's Game Awards, or is the Twitter t-shirt drama meaningless? Gabe, we've got a photo of Jeff Keighley and Reggie Fils-Aimé, and Reggie has a Metroid shirt on, and the tweet is captioned, "See you in December." Also, there's oddly Wolfgang Puck in the middle, which makes very little sense, but clearly they were at some dinner, I would assume, discussing what is going to go down in a couple months, and the internet is ablaze that maybe this is the Metroid Prime 4 gameplay reveal.
Look, I hate to burst everybody's bubble, but I don't think that Reggie knew that this picture was going to be taken when he wore the shirt. So I just think it's his standard Nintendo attire. Clearly something is happening in December. We've heard rumor about the Smash DLC stuff that could be maybe announced. People are also wondering if it's time for Bayonetta to get some big gameplay reveal, just because it was announced at the Game Awards, and what better way than to, a full year later, show some stuff for the very first time on top of the trailer that we've seen. What do you think, Zach?
I'll be on the other side of it. I think Reggie is a super smart guy. I think he is very in tune with the sort of fan mindset and fan fervor. He has addressed the Metroid want for years now, and obviously they delivered 2 E3s ago with the teaser. I think this is totally planned. I don't think Reggie shows up at this dinner or this meeting or this discussion or wherever it was just conveniently wearing a Metroid shirt. I think there's a little bit of something going on there. Last year, we saw Bayonetta 1+2 for Switch announced, and then Bayonetta 3 later on in the show announced. People are suspecting maybe we get a similar treatment with Metroid, a Metroid Switch collection announced, and then Metroid Prime 4 gameplay later on in the show.
I would absolutely love that. That would be phenomenal. I hope that turns out to be the case. But then I just go back to the statement I made. And yeah, Reggie's a smart guy, clearly. I'm not trying to diminish Reggie in any way. But did he know going into this meeting or whatever it is, oh, they're going to take a picture of me, I better wear a Metroid shirt to tease?
No, but if he knows they're discussing Game Awards content and what's going to be there, so...
So I guess the only thing I'm worried about is the picture. Is this picture a mole? Is this was this always intended? Did Reggie text Jeff in the morning and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna wear my Metroid shirt. Be sure to take a picture of us so we can throw this on the internet so that we can tease"? You think that's what happened?
I think it's just a case of, hey, we're discussing it. Metroid's going to be there, so I'm wearing my Metroid Prime shirt. I mean, T-shirts and game execs has been a thing for a while now. That's how a lot of interesting videos have happened.
I wanted to go
across
in there.
The board.
That's what. Look, yeah. We got some Battletoads stuff before, and there was nothing that year. Eventually, it happened. These guys just sometimes wear cool T-shirts just because they like them. That happens a lot too, especially over on Xbox. That also happens. So I want to make note of that.
Yeah, and it also has happened the other way of people wearing the shirts that then correlate to upcoming announcements or whatnot. Look, Nintendo's going to have some presence at the Game Awards. Jeff is very close with Reggie and has good relationships with Nintendo, so we know something's going to be there. Is Metroid Prime 4 a far larger announcement and a far larger reveal than Bayonetta? Probably. But what else could there be? You mentioned the Smash DLC. We have heard that rumored from some of the typical Twitter faces saying ooh, DLC will be shown off at the Game Awards. Now, the Game Awards will take place right around Smash Bros. Launch. So if there's anything that's to, I guess, lower the likelihood of that, I would say that it's just so close to release, and typically, as far as I'm aware, Nintendo doesn't do a whole lot of hey, before the game's out, here's the DLC. So maybe they'd want to save that for a little bit of time. But it could be that. I will point out that the Game Awards this year are December 6th. The game releases the next day, so maybe there is some special Smash Bros. Thing. It would just feel a little odd if it's the Smash Bros. Thing is hey, you haven't even bought the game yet, but here's our DLC plan. At least for Nintendo. They're going to save it till then.
Hey, why not? Oh, also, Zach, I'm going to take this a little bit somewhere else. Can you shine any light about what the background is? It says, feel it in something match. She smiled, but that's all I can make out. Am I missing something there?
I have no idea. I mean, there were people that initially saw this photo and thought it was Yves Guillemot from Ubisoft, but that's not who it is.
No, that is not Yves.
It is Wolfgang Puck. Again, kind of an odd... see you in December, you assume all three guys are going to be there. But that's not the case. I don't know what the background is. It must just be at the place they are. Something.
That seems like video gaming. You see lasers and
it does.
I wonder where this is.
I don't think it's related there.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
no.
So look, Nintendo will have some cool reveal there. They kept Metroid Prime out of E3, and they kept Metroid Prime out of the Direct, where they discussed plenty of things for 2019. I mean, we got Animal Crossing, we know there's a new Super Mario Bros. Deluxe game coming, Town, Pokemon, all that stuff. It feels like it's just waiting to happen. Do they really save Metroid Prime 4 for next E3? I don't know. That's a little tricky to me to give it a full 2-year gap, unless the game just is that far off. But I'm
That's
going
what
to
I
lean
was
on the
gonna
side
ask.
of. Well, I'm going to lean on the side of, just to get it out there, that this is a Metroid Prime 4 tease. We will get gameplay at E3. Probably not anything substantial, but that would be a really great way to end the year for Nintendo. You got Smash the next day. People are pumped for Metroid Prime 4, and you just kind of roll through the holiday season with a lot of hype.
How do you feel about this statement? If they don't show Metroid at the Video Game Awards, Metroid is not being released next year.
I don't think that is a foolproof way to look at it, but it would make decent sense. Showing a game for the first time and launching it later that year is not out of the realm of possibility. It's something we see Bethesda do all the time now, and we have seen from other publishers as well. It would be a bit weird, but it depends. It depends when. If there's a big February Direct or whatnot, and they start discussing it then, and it gets a blowout at E3, and it comes out in November, that makes perfect sense. But yeah, I have heard people say, like, maybe Metroid isn't next year, and that's why they are, itching to get Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion out, because Metroid isn't a 2019 title. I don't think it's tied directly to this Game Awards either or, but it definitely would start to tilt the scales in the unfortunate favor of a 2020 release.
Yeah, either way, we are going to have our eyes on the Video Game Awards. It's always a fun show. Lately, for the last couple of years, they have more and more reveals and like world premieres and stuff like that. So it's always a fun show if you're into video games in general. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be something cool, and I think it is this Metroid Prime 4 thing. We'll keep you posted if any more details or hints drop. In the meantime, let us know if you think this is meaningful, or if you think Reggie just rolled out of bed, grabbed his nearest cotton shirt, and got on with his day. And also, if you have any idea what that poster is in the background, Gabe would really like to know. So let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch, and hopefully soon Metroid Prime 4. I do think it'd be cool if they did drop a collection early in the year, or at least use that to lead up into the new one, sort of a la the Bayonetta announcements last year. It's not necessary. It's a very different franchise and a very different style, but that would be cool, and people have wanted that Prime trilogy for a bit now, and it's been rumored before. So let us know your take on that as well. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. And until next time, everybody, thanks for watching. For myself and Gabe, Switch Force out.